It has been 25,000 years since the first humans joined the Galactic Confederation. They were the ninth species to be admitted, after the first 5 ancient civilizations that discovered faster-than-light travel chose to form the Alliance. Humanity was also the last species from their galaxy to join, before the Confederation began its expansion into intergalactic space. Unfortunately, they were also the first species ever to leave. Allowing them to join was a mistake. They were not ready. Humans evolved 10 times faster than any species we had ever observed. In only a few hundred solar cycles of their star, they advanced from primitive bipedal life to the exploration of space. The Confederation monitored them closely and decided to extend an invitation the moment they launched their first interstellar probe. What we did not understand then was how aggressive they truly were. Within only a few cycles of membership, humanity began demanding authority over the Confederation itself. They did not see it as an alliance, but as a tool, a weapon, a means to conquer the universe under a single banner. They attempted intimidation, manipulation, threats. In the end, there was no alternative. Humanity was excluded. All diplomatic ties were severed, though observation continued from a distance. It did not take long for the pattern to repeat itself. Deprived of an external adversary, humans turned inward. They began to fight each other. What followed was a war so brutal that it erased nearly all evidence of their advancement. Their technology collapsed. Their colonies fell silent. Entire histories vanished. Humanity was reduced to the brink of extinction, forced to begin the process of evolution again from near nothing. Everything was lost. Everything was forgotten. Today, humanity has done something remarkable. They have sent their first interstellar probe once more, as a newly evolved species. The Confederation is now voting on whether to invite them again. But after watching them, after studying their recovery, their conflicts, their patterns, we have realized something unsettling. The problem is not that humans might rejoin the Confederation. The problem is that this time, they are even more aggressive. Humans didn't spare a single soul. When humans invaded planet Kaltora, they butchered everything in their path. No first contact with the natives, no warning. Every single child, adult, or elder was killed without mercy, categorized as nothing more than mindless animals. The operation was clinical, drop points calculated, zones marked for clearance, atmospheric compatibility confirmed. Kaltora was logged as fertile, stable, and rich in long-term habitation potential. That was all the data that mattered. They didn't know the planet was inhabited by any intelligent life, and they didn't care either. They were too focused on finishing the mission. From orbit, the surface looked quiet. No cities, no satellites, no emissions that fit human definitions of civilization. What couldn't be scanned didn't exist. What didn't exist didn't deserve consideration. This was their excuse in front of the Intergalactic Council. They were there to see if the planet could be inhabited by humans as part of humanity's interplanetary expansion due to overpopulation on their home planet. Humanity spoke of necessity, of survival, of hard choices forced by numbers and scarcity. They framed Kaltora as empty potential, wasted space waiting to be used. The reports were clean, the language precise, the deaths reduced to margins and footnotes. They had permission from the Intergalactic Council, but they didn't follow the protocol. They never intended to. The protocol forbade the habitation of any planet that already had intelligent life. That clause was inconvenient, so intelligence was redefined, narrowed, filtered through human metrics. Stone tools didn't count. Oral history didn't count. Ritual didn't count. If a species couldn't argue its own existence in a council chamber, it might as well not exist at all. They never thought anyone would ever find out about the eradication they carried out on the natives. There were no witnesses, no data logs, no information left behind, or so they thought. What they didn't account for was something that didn't fit their models. Memory carried in scars, in bone, in silence, in the long patience of someone who had nothing left to lose but time. Now they are standing trial, broadcast across multiple galaxies, trying to defend themselves. They speak carefully, they speak legally, they speak as if words can still shield them. They call it an operation, a misclassification, an unfortunate outcome of limited data. They avoid the word slaughter, they avoid the word people. and I'm here to make sure they are punished. I can't wait for their reaction when they see my face in the witness box as one of the last survivors of my species. The invitation was ceremonial, a galactic tradition older than most empires. When a new species entered the wider arena, they were offered a single trial, one representative, one fight. Victory earned prestige, defeat earned silence. Planets chose champions carefully, genetically enhanced warriors, armored titans, living weapons bred for combat. Humanity took 3 days to respond. When they did, the Confederation chambers filled with confusion. The human representative was unimpressive, thin, barely armored, no visible augmentations, no ceremonial markings. He stood alone on the arena floor, dwarfed by the Colosseum walls and the cheers of billions watching across the galaxy. Laughter spread. Other species whispered, was this a mistake? An insult? A sign that humans didn't understand the rules? The opponent entered next, a veteran gladiator species. Tall, dense muscle, reinforced bone plating, a creature that had ended entire bloodlines in previous contests. The odds shifted instantly. The fight began. The human did not charge, did not posture, did not speak. He moved slowly, almost lazily. The first strike missed him by centimeters. The second never landed. The arena fell quiet. The human wasn't faster, he was earlier. Every movement anticipated, every attack redirected, not blocked but guided. The opponent grew frustrated, then angry, then desperate. That was when the human smiled. The fight ended in less than 30 seconds. When it was over, the opponent lay disassembled in ways no one could quite explain. Not torn apart, taken apart. Methodically, efficiently. Medical teams rushed in too late. The crowd was silent. The announcers didn't know what to say. The human stood still, breathing calmly, as if nothing of importance had happened. Records were pulled. Background checks ran again. Deeper this time. That was when the name surfaced. Silver Death, a hunter from humanity's own history. A specialist, not a soldier, not a gladiator, a tracker of things that didn't want to be found. Responsible for the elimination of targets considered impossible by human standards. Entire human units refused to operate in the same zone as him. Not out of fear, out of respect. The Confederation demanded an explanation. Why send him? They asked. The human delegate answered simply, you asked for one fighter. You didn't ask what he hunted. The contest was quietly suspended after that. Humanity was declared victorious by default, and from that day on, the rules were amended. No species was ever again allowed to send a specialist, because the galaxy learned something it should have known already. Humans don't send their strongest, they send the one who knows how to end things cleanly. And Silver Death walked out of the arena without looking back, already bored, already done. Humans sold the cure. Humanity didn't discover faster-than-light travel first. They discovered medicine. When the Krith Plague began spreading across the outer systems, it didn't discriminate. Advanced species, primitive species, entire biospheres collapsed in months. The galaxy panicked. Human labs found a solution by accident. A compound derived from human immune responses. Crude, difficult to synthesize, but effective. Humanity announced it publicly. Relief followed immediately. Then came the pricing. At first, humans asked for data access, biological samples, long-term research rights. The galaxy agreed, lives mattered more. Then the prices rose. Exclusive trade routes, military basing permissions, voting influence in interstellar bodies. Still, the galaxy agreed. The alternative was extinction. Some species couldn't pay. Humanity did not withhold the cure entirely. That would look bad. They slowed delivery, shipments rerouted, bureaucratic delays, storage failures. Entire populations died waiting for paperwork to clear. Human spokespeople expressed regret. Demand had exceeded capacity. Privately, human models showed otherwise. The cure was abundant. Scarcity was intentional. By the time the plague ended, humanity hadn't conquered a single planet, but half the galaxy was in their debt. Governments had collapsed. Species had gone extinct, not because the cure didn't exist, but because they weren't valuable enough. At the final summit, an alien delegate accused humanity of genocide. The human representative didn't argue. Genocide requires intent, she said. We offered help. You failed to meet the terms. The records confirmed it. Every contract, every delay, every denied shipment was legal. Humanity had never fired a shot. They had simply learned what humans always learn fastest. People don't need to be killed to be destroyed. They just need to be priced out of survival.